So what we're going to do now is I'm going to show you how to export this data out to the field. Now there's multiple ways of exporting the data out to the field depending on how your environment is set up. If you're using Works Manager, then you would go to the Works Manager or the Construction Data tab, go to Works Manager, create a Works Manager project and create your design, and then you can publish that design out to Works Manager, which will remotely send this data out to the field. Because we are working with the viewer and we're working with some very simple workflows and processes, I'm going to show you an alternative method to just create a single file format called the VCL file. Now before we do that, I'm going to recommend that we save our project. So I'm going to come up here and I'm going to click on the save button, and I've already saved my project. So what you would get when I go to save as is it's going to come up and it's going to ask you where you want to save the project. Now I'm storing it on an external hard drive I have under project data, and I'm just calling it TBC demo basics. So I'm just going to come in here and we're going to call it demo basics -2 because I've already done this. So I'm just going to go ahead and show you this process. Okay. So now I need to export the data out. I'm just going to go to the Home tab, or I could click on the export option up above. If I click on that export command, which is the same one, I'm going to go to the Construction tab, and on the Construction tab, I'm going to scroll down to the bottom and find this VCL Project Link Exporter. I'm going to put my cursor under here where it says Select Data, and I can select it multiple ways, but all I'm going to do in this case, because I have just my line work and my surface and my points, I'm just going to do a window crossing around this data. Now I don't necessarily need the points because those are going to be my control points that I'll calibrate on, and I would use that or export that a different method. But we'll go ahead and select them anyways, and I'm going to click, before I click export, I want to set the path of the folder. Now when I come in here, you'll see that the file name is already stored based off my project name. If I click on the 3 dots here, that's going to open up. It's going to ask me where I want to store this particular VCL file. So you can see here I already had one that I did earlier. This one here, I'm just going to keep the name TBC Demo Basics VCL. I'm going to click Save, and I'm going to click Export. And now when that creates that single file, so if we come up and open up that project in our Windows Explorer, so I'm going to come down here to my F drive. I'm going to go into my project data folder that I have right here. And we're going to go down to that TBC Demo Basics 2. And you can see that I've got my VCL file here that I just exported. Now I can email that, put it on a thumb drive, send it out to my field. Here's my CSV file for my control points. That I could also use and send as well. If you want to, there's also other, the other files that we actually brought in, the DXF file and the XML file that we brought into Business Center and reviewed, but we've made some edits to that, so the VCL file contains our most current information. And in this case, it is a single file format that Siteworks and Earthworks will recognize.